IVM.
Hello and welcome to Football Twaddle. The transfer deadline is over. The most boring transfer of like a decade at least. Transfer window. There is like nothing going on other than the exodus at Arsenal. So to discuss that and more, we have Tanuj Baru, who is going to speak to us while distracted by watching an Arsenal game. What's up, Baru?
Yeah, now I know why you spell it as Exodus. It's Exodus, man. Haven't you read the Bible?
No, I haven't. Have you not read the Gita, Deshdrohi?
उसमें भी
All
Exodus
right.
होता है क्या?
Whatever. And Yash, what's up, man?
Yo, what's happening?
Okay, have we like before we get to Arsenal, Yash, should we do the usual? The board is not supporting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that is like hurting Manchester United's chances.
Yeah, that's
Or
correct. It's,
why are there no long-standing rumors?
I don't know, man. Just don't know. I mean, this Ahmad Diallo kid has come and he's played well in one under 23 game. Everyone's distracted.
Oh God, dude, playing well in under 23 games is like the in thing for Arsenal's 18-year-olds. Why is Diallo doing that?
Yeah, he's in a similar category. I hope not.
What's his age?
19?
अच्छा उतना ही है. I thought Diallo was like an older guy.
No.
Anywho, let's start. Mr. Tanuj, Mesut, our man Mesut left Arsenal, which is
Yeah,
sad.
and he's already hit the ground running at Fenerbahce, where he played a key pass before the opposition scored an own goal.
So is that an assist in the Turkish fantasy football league?
Of course, the
All
Super
right.
League.
All right. Why don't
Super.
we just list down all the people who left Arsenal?
Well, Willock is gone. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is gone. Mustafi, Kolasinac, Ozil, basically the entire the entire gang that Ozil had
Oh,
around him. His set of bodyguards who used to fight for him and stuff. That pura gang is gone.
dude.
Uh,
Mustafi
the
has gone to
Eastern European
Schalke.
bloc, basically. The Eastern
Mustafi is a
European bloc is
German.
gone.
What do you mean Eastern European bloc? He is as
And
Western
I'm talking
Europe
about Kolasinac, man. I'm talking about Kolasinac, and I'm sure he was from the eastern part of
as
Germany or Berlin
Germany.
or whatever.
But oh man, Mustafi's gone to Schalke. Like if you want to talk about someone leaving a club not doing well to a club which is probably going to get relegated, Mustafi's chosen the right club. But what has Arteta said
And
him?
he's got Kolasinac for company.
This crazy. Yes, a club which is going to get relegated in Bundesliga decides that what we need is Kolasinac and Mustafi to stay in the league. Have we underestimated these people?
Yeah, probably. And I don't know, man. Arsenal have, it's this is like a triangular trade or something like that going on because they send apparently a good defender to Liverpool.
Who?
Isn't that
Yeah,
the guy? Huh?
Kadic something.
Yeah, that guy, Karic. The guy who
Who?
Liverpool signed was a
Uh,
Schalke.
oh, and so
And
Schalke now to
Mustafi
call.
got through only because, he came to Liverpool only because Mustafi went there or something.
I see.
So
See, I mean, so that just speaks really badly about Liverpool that that Liverpool bought a defender who got threatened that Mustafi was joining their club. So
Yeah, man, let's hope
they
that's the
bought a
case.
defender who got replaced by Mustafi.
exactly. So yeah, all of this doesn't do well for Liverpool. But have there been any incomings for the Arteta revolution to continue, or is it just outgoings this season now?
We got Odegaard from Madrid. He's the new
Yes.
weirdly typed O in the club. So uh, so there's that. So Arsenal fans have found the way to type that now, and we are done with the umlaut, whatever however you pronounce that, the
Okay.
double bindu on the O.
Double
So
bindu on the O.
Damn.
so yeah,
Yeah.
he's coming. Apart from that, we got I think Matt Ryan from Brighton. Is it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so freaking annoying because I didn't even know that was going to happen. Now I had to change the stupid goalkeeper in FPL at some point. But why did you guys get
I
Matt Ryan?
finally used my wildcard so that I could
Okay.
get
Because
Ryan in.
their other reserve keeper is dog shit, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's his
that guy
name?
who made
I
that guy who
forgot.
made a lot of mistakes.
Gunnarsson
Yeah,
in one
Gunnarsson.
Gunnarsson.
match.
Yeah.
In one match. And the other guy who makes a lot of mistakes all the time is playing his 200th match today.
Gone.
Granit Xhaka.
Dude, come on. Shaka is so beyond that now. He hasn't Shaka been playing well for the last week, month and a half at least.
2 games.
Okay, whatever. Enough about Arsenal. Yes, I mean, are Arsenal the clear winners by just kicking out all the players, unwanted people from the club? Are they the winners of the January transfer window?
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember like some 18 months back, a similar cleanse took place at United, and United were better for it. I think this is a very positive step, and plus, I think Odegaard is gonna do well at Arsenal. Man. I mean, he did well at Sociedad, so
Yeah,
he does well at
but
these clubs.
yeah. So the talking about cleanse at United, is Marcus Rojo still a United player?
No, no. So that there's no cleanse, but there's a deep cleanse going on at United, and these random players we had forgotten we ever had after getting. That's what happened this window. I was hoping Sergio Romero goes as well because he's a good keeper, but I don't know what he's doing. Rojo,
Has
by
he
the way,
left?
is gone to Argentina, and United just
Is Nani still playing for United?
forgave him his contract. No, Nani went. Nani is old.
So who are the people who you
I'm just
thought would?
checking, like, I mean, how deep is this cleanse?
Dude, Nani's deep state.
No,
Is it
but
saying
we
they still have
still
Ferguson as a manager?
we still have a Ferguson player in the great Phil Jones.
Oh shit! Yeah, I mean he's totally forgotten. But Phil Jones,
Yeah.
dude, Phil Jones, why has he not left the club?
No, I'm sure nobody wants to buy him and can afford his wages. They gave him a new contract the moment Solskjaer arrived. So I think someone swindled him like at the beginning of his tenure. Like I think the moment he got into the gate, Phil Jones like befriended him, saying, "I'll take care of you. I'm the popular guy." So they gave him a contract then, and
Yeah, exactly.
it's not over yet, man. I mean, I think he's just gonna play in non-league football once he gets there in United.
It must have been like, like building on what Yash said, when he used to play FIFA earlier. And in the manager mode, they give you this option, do you want to renew this contract? This guy is a fan favorite, if you say no, they ask you to rethink and everything. So I think that's what happened in Phil Jones' case. Bhaiya, ye
Okay,
fan favorite hai.
is Phil Jones better than Victor Lindelof? Yash?
No, absolutely not. What kind of question is that?
No, I mean there can be a case made that Phil Jones is better than Lindelof, right?
What case is that, dude? I mean,
Dude,
maybe 10 years ago when Lindelof was 14 years old and Jones was at least an adult.
oh man, and Everton. Who came to Everton? There was a
Josh King,
Josh King, the bonus guy, finally
yeah.
finds a house after 1 year of transfer rumors and being linked to every Premier League club. I think at some point on Twitter, I read that why can't just every Premier League club buy like 5% of Josh King and get him to play 2 weeks and move on? But
Right.
the thing I want to talk about is this. Okay, fake laugh. The thing I want to talk about is Liverpool sending out this future hope of theirs to Southampton.
I think that's a move to get back into Liverpool first team because it's that's the best way to get to Liverpool, right? Through Southampton. It's
What are we
like
talking about?
What is his
Minamino.
name? Eeny, meeny, mino.
Ah,
Minamino.
because I was like, Rehan to पिछले time ही चले गया था.
Rehan Brewster.
He's in
Oh,
Sheffield.
he's in Sheffield, dude. He's not chosen the Southampton route.
Uh,
He chose to get
अच्छा.
relegated with Sheffield. Yeah, but this guy, man, why did they buy him and loan him to Southampton? So even Jurgen Klopp makes mistakes in transfer windows.
yeah, absolutely it does. I mean, everyone does, and it's just quite funny. But I've never been convinced with this guy. I never saw why Liverpool.
Of course, you've not been convinced with him because clubs never played him. So you've not
Yeah,
seen
but
him
the
play.
glimpses that I've seen of him is nothing special. It's just whatever, man. Adam Lallana is still
He's
good.
not Jason Park.
Oh, Jason Park. Aren't they from two different countries altogether? Isn't Eeny Meeny Mino from Japan? All right. The last thing, Baru, is that why, before we take a break, is among all this January transfer window, which is not much, first of all, that a bombshell was leaked by the Barcelona club. Why are we not paid as much as Lionel Messi or even 1/10 of it? What's his contract? His contract is worth 600 million for 4 years.
Is that the current one or the next one? Like,
I
Current.
the current one.
then why is Barcelona getting so upset about it getting leaked?
Because they didn't want. But I don't know.
No,
They're upset because
Messi got pissed, not Barcelona.
yeah, Barcelona were more than happy to leak it and talk crap about it. Messi
And
is the one who got
it's
pissed.
come in a Madrid paper, so there are major conspiracy theories about, major
Florentino
spies.
Perez.
Yep.
Yeah, but Yash, is Messi worth that much money?
I mean, if anyone's worth that much money, it has to be him. I calculated, I think per week it was coming to around 100 or so.
100
No,
what?
sorry, 1 million, I guess. Roughly a
Per
million.
week.
Yeah.
Really?
I think
That's it? I think it shouldn't be.
Maybe I was counting his base and there were additions or whatever.
It's a post-tax
whatever, man. I mean, it seemed crazy. But no wonder Barcelona are in the dire straits that they're in, given.
Are they? Are they in the dire straits because of that? Because they don't pay 90% of Messi's wages. He's taken a 90% pay cut, right? So it has nothing to do with his wages.
So it tells you the trajectory they took, right? They gave him this contract in 2017. So at that point in time, Messi was 30 years old. I don't know. Maybe they should have made better decisions.
Yes, I know. But the thing about that I would like to talk about is that why would they leak it? Like, let's assume Barcelona as a club leaked it. What are they trying to achieve by leaking it now?
Okay, go ahead, Bob.
I think it's so that the fans don't keep pestering Barca that sign him now. And they just, I think a couple of weeks back, they released their financials also, which showed that they're 1.6 billion or something in debt. And now they're showing that we have spent 600 million plus loose change on this guy. So, now, at least the hardcore fans would be like, this is our club existence ka sawal hai. We need to let our boy go and find another malnutrition kid from Argentina who needs hormonal injections to grow up and become the next superstar.
All they have to do is ask Arsene Wenger, who are the people you missed on? They'll find some. They will find
was this boy from Nigeria? No, Arsene, you did get him. Wo bhi. A Nigerian Messi.
Oh, but the thing about that is, Messi scored a free kick against Athletic Bilbao on the weekend, and all Barcelona fans piled on Twitter. He is worth every penny. Give him a new contract.
I saw that comparison, which was like Messi has 14 or 15 free kicks in the past 2 years, and Ronaldo has 1. So at least the free kick goat is sorted.
Wait, the free kick goat is Juninho Pernambucano. There's no other free kick goat. It doesn't matter.
No, I thought as of last week it was Bruno Fernandes because he spent 45 minutes after training practicing free kicks.
Juninho
Cavani told him to, and then Cavani told Maguire to block the keeper's way, and God, there was so much science in that free kick goal from United 2 weeks back.
Wait, I didn't know this. Yes, do you have any idea about Cavani and his Negritos doing all this bullshit?
I don't know, man. If one of those people is Thiago Alcantara, then maybe yes, because it's the key part of that is Thiago getting out of the way.
That was so stupid, man. Anyway, we should take a break right now, and after the break, let's talk some football and away from this bullshit transfer window. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and LinkedIn too, for that matter. And we've been putting up some content on LinkedIn, so do check that out. I'd like to thank the sponsors on the network this week, Storytel and The Whole Truth Foods. Thank you for supporting us. So, great week on the network again this week. Definitely do check out the Pragati podcast. Pavan spoke to Krish Ashok. They discussed science, knowledge, and the wonder of Indian home cooking. Staying in the realm of food, on This Round is on Me, we had AD Singh as a guest. Gauri and AD discussed the 10 years anniversary of The Table and the 20-year anniversary of Olive. So two of Bombay's biggest restaurateurs have a conversation about the restaurant business. All Things Policy celebrated 500 episodes on January 27th. Manoj talks to Aditya and Anirudh about the surprising origins of the podcast, its evolution over the last few years, and its exciting future. This episode also marks their video debut, so definitely do check that out on YouTube. On Storytellers and Storysellers, Vineet talks to Ranjit Pratap Singh. Ranjit is the co-founder and CEO of Pratilipi. Pratilipi is a company that's recently acquired IVM, and Ranjit on this episode discusses his plans to build a homegrown media empire, his love for comics, and how India can have its own comic cinematic universe. And finally, Cyrus had an exciting week. We had some amazing guests this week. We had Vishal Gondal come and talk about Fauji. We had Atish Tathir talk about the various issues that he had been facing with his OCI card and other things like that. We had Adam Dow talk about things going on in the US and the evolution of what's happening there. We had Siddharth Kannan come and talk about his history with Cyrus and his new show. So definitely do come check that out as well. And with that, let me take you back to your show.
Welcome back to Football Twaddle. We are recording this while watching Wolves versus Arsenal or Arsenal versus Wolves. Baru, what's the score?
It's 0-0, but on XG, Arsenal is ahead.
Wow.
Since we are such a data-oriented podcast, I thought I should mention that.
Is it an entertaining 0-0?
Quite. It's end-to-end stuff.
Wow.
All right. So let's do this. The player of the last entire week. Yes. Why don't you start? Who was your player of last week?
Player of last week. I don't know, man. It was all over the place, man.
Sure. Choose one.
I guess it will be Salah, unfortunately.
What?
Scoring,
No way.
scoring a couple of nifty goals.
I thought you would say James Milner for fighting with Klopp on the touchline, but walking and then celebrating. But it's okay. Baru, he's chosen Salah. Come on. Why don't you give us a better player of the week?
So, there's no prompting here or any bias coming in, but I think it's Milner. Because of that eye to eye and that personal moment that he shared with Jurgen Klopp, which gave so much insight into their relationship of it being off the field, even though it was just a meter off the field. But yeah.
Yeah, talking about off the field, when are we starting that? Again.
It's in the archives.
Why are you choosing Milner? Or why are you guys choosing Liverpool players? I'm sure there have been other good performances, right? It's someone must have performed. I know mine. It is Luis Suarez. For the man kicked out of Barcelona is going to beat them to submission and is going to win the league with Atletico Madrid too.
If they weren't paying Messi all that money, they would have kept him.
No, still they won't have kept him. Because I just read Ronald Koeman's interview with Alan Shearer. Koeman said, though, Koeman would say, Koeman's only regret is he went to Atletico and he wanted to sell him to Juventus. He said, oh God, that's all. But he would have gone out of the club. But Suarez is a younger, hungrier version of Diego Costa. And just to talk about dominance, Atletico Madrid will do a 100-point season. They're 10 points ahead with a game in hand. Dude, La Liga is done and dusted. So yeah, he's my player of the week. But talking about football...
Forget players of the player.
Okay.
Tell me who your manager of the week is, man.
It's Thomas Tuchel.
Whoa.
But my manager of the week is not Thomas Tuchel. It is Andre Villas-Boas. Just for the news. Just for the news came about.
This is Dumbledore awarding 5 points to Neville for standing up to his friends or something.
Yeah, always. Yeah, what the in Harry Potter couldn't Gryffindor house win any award fair and square? Why does Dumbledore always have to cheat? Harry, you wore your
Chelsea
underwear.
fans should
10
know.
points. 10 points to
Nepotism.
Gryffindor. Dude. I didn't know Harry was related to Dumbledore. I thought wasn't it like Snape's secret love child or something?
No, they're from the same
Spoiler
biradari.
alert.
Same what?
Same biradari.
Acha. Okay, last thing since we are on this topic.
उनका गोत्रा same है.
Since we are on the topic, how is Grindelwald and Voldemort related? How are they related? I don't remember.
They're not.
They-
They were just.
Lovers.
Slytherins.
No, it was
That's-
like Ranieri and followed by Marino. So
Oh, acha. Yo, Grindelwald was Ranieri. In the movie, did he do
Yeah.
dilly ding, dilly dong?
in the movie, Voldemort did dilly dong with them.
All right. Talking about Andre Villas-Boas. Yes, if you were manager of a football club and the club basically sold a player without telling you and bought a player without telling you and you come to know later, would you resign?
Oh, absolutely.
You
I
would?
won't take such nonsense from a stupid football club like Marseille.
Okay. Let me add more to it. Oh, if on a weekend, okay, you can scream. You do know we're recording while watching the game.
What a goal, man!
Who scored it?
Pepe!
What?
Oh,
Oh, no!
dude.
He's my player of next week. I'm already
I
announcing.
don't think anyone even got an assist for him. He was all solo, dude. I
Oh,
hope it's Lacazette though. Yes, Lacazette assist. Come on.
God.
Side step 1, side step 2, side step 3, side step 4.
Dude, wait, please don't be a plastic fan. All right, answer this question, Baru. If fans of football, like let's say you're managing Mumbai City FC and fans attack you, right? And they take your briefcase, throw all your files, and throw rockets on you, would you resign next week?
Would I what?
Would you resign the next week after fans have
Yeah,
attacked you? But would you ask for compensation from the club is the main question.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I resign, I can't like get compensation, right?
Yes, so that's why
But you know what the funny part is? He's actually eligible for compensation now, maybe ABB, because after he submitted his resignation, the club suspended him.
Yeah, no, the club suspended him and told him he's resigned or whatever. But this is the thing, right? ABB said, I don't want money. I just want to get out. Please leave me. I don't want anything. And the club is like, no, you're suspended. All right.
Marino must have slapped his forehead. He was like, this is not how it's done. You
Yeah,
cannot say
dude.
no.
No, forget saying no. Like, what is he doing? I know the man wants to get out and stuff, but come on, you fight a different way. You ensure the club fires you. So, whatever. I think the fans' attack has basically
Parachute.
destroyed. Yeah. All right. The games for the weekend. Yes. What's your game to look forward to on the weekend?
Obviously, the Manchester United game versus Everton.
Oh, God, that is still going on. Everton are not even the force they were like 2 months ago. Why?
Yeah, but it's the return of Josh King to his parent club.
Oh. I can't believe. You think Ranveer Singh is going to come on TV and say, Gamasan, Josh King ki ladai. Oh, so what's going to happen in that game?
Dude, I'm worried because United's home form is terrible. So I hope for a boring 1-0 win, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're such a plastic fan. You should always say 4-0 final.
But I've been getting stuff right, dude. I mean, I predicted that the Liverpool game will be 0-0 and subsequent game will be high-scoring draws.
Okay. Baru, what's your game for the weekend? Should I aid you clearly?
I'll go with Leeds versus Crystal Palace, man. It's time for the great fraud.
Grand frauder, not great fraud. Grand frauder. Baru called him fraud and ran away.
Wow.
That is hiding from his problems. Hello?
It's not even us. Asal goal bhi nahi mara.
Abe, Baru, what happened? Leeds Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's time for the grand what? We didn't
Time
hear
for the
it.
Grand Fraud to like continue his, get onto a winning streak or something.
A
Hasn't he
winning
won like the
streak.
past 2 games or something? So this
Oh
is going to be
shit!
his
Really?
longest winning run.
Like ever since 1993 or something. The myth of Bielsa is back. I'm surprised none of you chose the title clash of
Liverpool.
Liverpool versus Manchester City.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chelsea Spurs, dude. When you said
No.
title clash.
Chelsea Spurs is Thursday, no. So I'm talking
Okay,
about the
Premier
weekend.
League.
Yeah.
Weekend is Liverpool versus Manchester City.
Oh.
Yes, do you think Liverpool is going to win that?
Yeah.
Someone has to stop
Yeah,
City. I mean,
suddenly they are in great form, and City, I don't think have this fellow De Bruyne back yet. And given that they're in good form and don't have too many problems, who are they playing in the midweek? Liverpool, I don't think they have a great, difficult game. I think Brighton, they're going to get through easily. So I think Liverpool is going to beat City this weekend, and it's going to be a great game.
oh, dude, wait, what time is the game? Liverpool City. 10 o'clock
10 o'clock on a Sunday.
On Sunday. Acha. Otherwise, we could have figured out something for it. But yeah, that's going to be if Liverpool win that and Manchester United manage to win the next 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Am I going to start saying it's United's titles to lose again?
So that you're anyway saying that you don't need United to be anywhere close to the top for anyone to say.
I know, but when I said it first, I meant it. Now it's just out of jest. That's why.
It'll be a tasty run-in for the title race at this stage at least.
I know. All right, Yash. Baru somehow seems to have just gotten out. So I would say bye on Baru's behalf. And Yash,
Bye,
you
man.
take care, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, and bye-bye, everybody.
पेश खिदमत है आपकी शान में हमारे अंजुमन से हाय आई एम सदफ
एंड आई एम अर्शिद खाने का इतिहास इकोनॉमिक्स पॉलिसी साइकोलॉजी सब है मेन्यू पे
ओनली ऑन द नानकाली पॉडकास्ट एवरी वेडनेसडे सिर्फ IVM पॉडकास्ट ऐप या वेबसाइट पर या फिर जहां से भी आप अपने पॉडकास्ट सुनते हो
Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, struggling with too many obstacles, don't know where your life is headed? Well, if you are dealing with one or all of these, tune into the Positively Unlimited podcast because in each episode, I share a life lesson, a life hack, a pro tip that can help you get your life back on track. All episodes are available on the IBM website, IBM Podcast app, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from.